Welcome to Wager Talk Today, the gold standard of sports betting shows where we talk the talk and walk the walk. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. And a special shout out to everyone that has served, currently serving, has family and friends that serve. This day is for you. Hope it is a good one. We got a good show for you today. We're going to get you ready for NBA tonight. We got a lot of MLB. We've got a big hockey game tonight. Got some free plays, and we're going to go all around the world. Dan, how was your weekend? What are you doing on Memorial Day, or is this just kind of like a work day? It's like a work day for me. I go out a little bit.
You and I are here, right? It's a work day for us. Everyone else is off work, getting ready to barbecue, of course, remembering that today we're remembering those who fell in the line of duty, the people who made that ultimate sacrifice. So if you are a family member, our heart goes out to you. But Andy, like you said, it's another work day. It's another day. And for me, it's the national championship day for the College Lacrosse National Championship. We got a best bet that's going to be up at Andy's page, wt.buzz/AL. We got a side that we like in that one, so you can go over and check that out. We'll also let you know what Andy has rocking because we have a tennis play we're pretty excited about. But on the show today, coming your way, Gianni the Greek is here. Krackman is here. We're going to talk NBA. He's got a prop for you. And then Steve Merril going to talk some MLB action. We'll also get his thoughts on what has been I hesitate to say what we expected, but it's kind of been expected in the NBA playoffs. But do the Thunder have an issue? Andy and I will break that down. Real quick, though, Andy, let's get right into it, brother. We do our Wager Talk Today play of the day right here at the top. We've been hot on these, Andy. Play them all or play none of them. Today, we suggest you start off with a little MLB action. What do we got, Andy?
Yeah, we're going to go to a first five in this matchup here, and we're going to take the Blue Jays on the run line. Yep, on the run line in the first 5 innings. Yasevich pitching for the Blue Jays, and Junk is pitching for the Marlins, and it's such an easy joke to make. Listen, it's a bummer if your last name is. If your last name is Junk and you've been pitching bad, the joke just writes for itself. But the fact is, Junk has been pitching awful. The last 3 games, these numbers are astounding. 16.2 innings, 25 hits, 19 earned runs. He's had 3 road starts, and he got absolutely shelled in 2 of them. And Yasevich been good this season. 5 starts, 1.07 ERA in 25.1 innings. And the Blue Jays have not – the only worry is that for whatever reason, and I'm going to ask you this, Dan, the Blue Jays just have not given him good run support. Like, the games he pitches, they're like 2-1. like he's like pitching and the bats are getting nothing done. I believe it regresses. I believe it regresses here a little bit. The Blue Jays are 8-2 in the first 5 innings on the run line, the last 10 games, and 4-1 the last 5. Their bats are getting off to a good start. I think this sets up beautifully for the Blue Jays to get out and score some runs here. So, so that's going to be the play of the day. Do you believe in this? Bybee's another one for Cleveland. He goes out there, gives up 1 run in 7 innings, and they're down 1-0, and he doesn't get a decision. Do you believe in this?
How about Phillies the other night when Christopher Sanchez went up and down 8 innings straight? They lose the game 1-0. So it's something when we used to do the daily baseball show that I would host. Steve Merril as a recurring guest, and that's something more anecdotally than we've talked about than anything. Is it seems like when you have your ace on the mound or a pitcher who's really hot, for whatever reason, it does seem like maybe the bats are a little bit more lax. When it's their shitty pitcher, they realize, oh my God, we need to score 1 million runs. You know what I mean? But when it's their ace, they're like, and we go out a little bit the night before, so it's more anecdotal than anything, Andy, but I do think maybe there's not something to it. I think regression positively is the way to bet it when those type of things are happening. So I like this play a lot. Let's get the Blue Jays to get some runs going. Run line, lay it in the first 5. Comment below if you agree.
All right. We'll ask Steve about that. Steve has talked about this one. So let's see. We got Gianni, we got Crack, we got Steve. Let's bring in Gianni right now. Let's talk about the weekend. Let's talk about what we got going on. Gianni, happy Monday. Hope everything's going good. We were talking about PFL. Mena, you went 4-1, and the one play you lost was like your most confident one. But it was a horrible decision. Other than that, how was your weekend?
Never fails. Oh, awesome. Just a really good weekend overall. I haven't checked the standings, but got to be in the top 3 last 3 days, last 7 days, because I've been running really hot, as expected, because I was coming off a cold stretch, and that's usually what happens. And with that said, excited about all that's ahead, because I've set us up nicely. And this is why I focus on my long-term subscribers, and I love the Steam Room, because I get it. Some guys want to jump in and out, and they want to maybe dive in if you have a big bet, or they want to bet that weekend or what have you. That's fine. But I make it no secret. I only have one goal. I do this for one reason only, bro, is because I found that there's money to be made in this market. So I allocate capital every year, this January 1st. And the only thing I'm going to grade myself is when the year is over, knowing that I'm going to have ups and downs. I'm going to have winning days, winning weeks, losing months, winning months. But when the dust settles and we have a big enough sample size and eliminate randomness, where do we stand? If our goals aligned and you're focused on the same, I won't disappoint you. But if you're like jumping in, jumping out, again, I can't worry about that kind of stuff. And the reason I bring that up is because I like to set up my subscribers for success. And what I mean by that is I'm putting in futures. We're putting in series bets. Like in baseball, we're betting a lot of these series before the first game goes off, the first day. In NBA, we have like Knicks to win the East. I bet Knicks to win the series. Like I'm not releasing those bets to sell them. I'm releasing them because I'm placing them. And over this weekend, we did a lot of that, where we have now a lot of futures are set up nicely. Like we bet Vegas to win that series, then took Vegas in the adjusted odds yesterday before game 3, because they were only minus 200. How could they only be minus 200 up 2-0 on the road? That happened 21 times in the NHL. 20 times that team went on to win that series. And with Vegas's experience, that was just too good to pass up. But that's what I'm talking about, that with your subscribers that partner with you long term, you can do that stuff with. With the daily stuff, you got to keep that out. So the roundabout way of saying, had a great week and weekend, and excited about today because we got a lot of day baseball, got 2 playoff games, and a huge week ahead where some of those future bets should come in for us, because I don't think those series are going much further.
Let's take a look at MLB. What are we seeing today, Memorial Day weekend? I have 3 plays in MLB, which is a lot for me. And I normally have like 1, but I love the slate today. What are you seeing?
Me too. I released 2 4% already to subscribers, and really tightened up what I'll put as far as Steam sheets go. Totals for you. 901 under 7.5. Got follow through this morning where they bet under 7.5 again at minus 115 and first 5. 909 Philly San Diego under 7.5. Also follow through this morning. 912 Colorado and the LA Dodgers. Same thing, under 9. Baltimore's under 8.5. That all happened last night. Like none of that. We saw no follow through on that Baltimore total. Just like with the Kansas City total, got hit under in the counts that I have for some of the guys that bet overnights, but nothing for those groups that don't mess with the overnights following through on that Kansas City under, unlike under in Miami, under 8 that we did see. Some of the sides for you: 903 Cincinnati plus 140. All the way down to plus 130, 910 San Diego plus 110, 914 Baltimore plus 125, all the way down to 105, Kansas City plus 130, down to plus 110, Miami from plus 150 and plus 145, and finally Houston plus 130, plus 120, and they also bet Houston plus 1.5 runs at some chalky number early as well. So a lot of baseball action, a lot of early action. We have some NBA and NHL. Not all that exciting in the NBA, but it'll still get action.
I mean, I'm guessing Knicks money line is just going to be in everybody's parlay.
Yep.
This is going to be like the ultimate parlay piece. This was made for a parlay buster tonight.
Exactly.
Like,
and
just
almost,
made.
It is. I almost don't want to include it in the Steam sheet when I add it for the subscribers, because like you knew what's going to happen. You knew that the sharp bettors are going to get out ahead of the market. You know they're going to jump on the Knicks. So what did they do? They brought out Cleveland in a do or die as a 1.5 point favorite. And the sharp bettors took the 1.5 on the Knicks, also took the plus on the money line. But since then, it's been the public that's driven this up to about -2, 2.5. Same thing with the over. Because of the high scoring games, yesterday was a rarity, but because of the high scoring games, we've been seeing the exact same thing. As soon as that final game goes final and they bring out the number for the next game, over money comes in right away. But the key is, do they follow through? And I haven't seen that. Just like yesterday when I didn't see it, they went over 215.5, over 216. That was it. Now I think we're looking at what, 219s up there, or 218.5s. 218.5, 219. I haven't seen anything above 216 in any of the accounts. So again, I don't have access to all the sharp stuff, but I saw half-point increment movements. It's got to be a lot of public money starting to pile on, some pressure on the books as well. So again, Nixon over. It's what the public's going to be on, and it looks like at least some sharp bettors got out ahead of that market and did the same thing with the Nixon over. We know historically, here's what happened: teams up 3-0 in this round of the NBA playoffs, semifinal round. They've actually won game 4 58% of the time. They're 15-11 in game 4. A team like the Knicks shuts it down. All the NBA playoffs, first round through the finals, big sample size, 81-54. That same team like the Knicks has won 60%. So it seems like whether it's a small sample size, around 58%, bigger sample size, closer to 60%. So right around there, 6 out of 10 times, a team like the Knicks does close it out tonight. Regardless, they will close it out. At least it's never happened where a team goes up 3-0 in this NBA final, in the NBA playoffs like this. It's like 135-0 as far as the series goes. So history is on the side of the Knicks. And in fact, in every sport, baseball, hockey, NBA, that does 7-game series, okay? When the home team, like the Knicks, in any of those sports has gone out 3-0 in the series, it's happened 314 times. 310 of those times, the team won the series. So 99% of the time, the team wins the series. And in the semifinal round, it's 63-1. So only once in the history of a semifinal round, baseball, hockey, you name it, has a team not been able to close it out. So we have 2 huge Knick futures to win the East. I think we're gold. I don't think I can even jinx it if I say it. My subscribers right now are shaking. They're like, seriously, bro, you had to do this to us? Especially when Cleveland wins tonight.
We have somebody in our Discord that like he'll like, there'll be a tennis player. The guy will be up like 5-1. He'll be like, boom, easy play, and all of a sudden it's 5-5. He does it all. It's literally called the Spaldini curse. There's a name for it in our Discord, the Spaldini curse. Shout out to Spaldini. He's a good handicapper, but yeah, he does it all the time. Every time he does it, you're like, oh God, we got to go live bet the other side.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Bro, I almost sent out a tweet at halftime of the Atlanta and New England Super Bowl. And I stopped myself. I did. I actually stopped myself because I had experience of being burned prior. So it tells you have to learn. You have to learn how to survive on the internet.
I've done it in UFC. Fight gets over, and you're like, boom, easy 29-28,
and then the decision cards come.
And then all of a sudden it's a split decision. You're like, oh no, I know this is gonna go.
Been there.
Yeah. Anything going on with the NHL? This Vegas series, I feel like.
Wow.
I mean, everyone, not everyone. Like Colorado was the clear and obvious favorite.
They were.
But several people, I gotta say, there were several people that were on Vegas. Several people, like when Makar got ruled out at the beginning, it was like, oh, bad vibes. They're nothing without Makar and the goaltending. Is it public sharps taking a bath on that series or what?
Yeah, the public's gotten killed. Like they bet Colorado for the series. They bet Colorado in game 1. When they lost that, they doubled up on them in game 2, and they bet them again last night. I even got scared a little bit. Like I sent out a series bet at -2 all the way up good to minus like 220, I said. But I wanted to bet Vegas yesterday because historically teams in that spot did do well. They won more than they lost. But even I got like scared of it. Like, can Vegas really have that easy of a time with Colorado? But yeah, this team's, I mean, again, they're balanced. They're top 10 offense, top 10 defense. They had a much tougher strength of schedule than Colorado. So they've been tested. They have experience. I don't know. And again, I'm a little surprised as well, but I don't think we should be shocked. As far as this other series, Carolina and Montreal, published on Montreal. So again, Carolina, I have as the best team in the NHL, #1 power rated. I'm a little biased because I have a future on Carolina as well, but I think they're #1 offense, they're #1 defense, and had the 4th toughest strength of schedule. Montreal had a tougher strength of schedule, 3rd, but statistically, Carolina is superior. So I do think, Carolina is the team to beat now, especially since I don't think Colorado's going to, turn this one around. And Carolina obviously be favored over Vegas. I think it's a decent spot. I just don't think it's a good spot for Colorado as far as right now, the series. They're charging you -200 to bet Colorado. And they split. Like, the pressure's on them. It's a big game tonight. The fact that they're a road favorite and they're -200 for the series, when historically, again, in a game like this, it's 50-50. It's exactly down the middle when that home team splits. In game 3, they have gone on to win the series close to 6 out of 10 times. So I do think they should be favored, but I don't think they should be bigger than a -150 favorite in this series. I actually think there's a little bit of value on Montreal in the series. In that case, probably, I like them tonight as dogs. But yeah, I already have my ticket, a future on Carolina. So obviously I'm a little bit biased there, but I'm not surprised the public's taking Montreal at plus money at home, and all the pressure is on Carolina to, get a win and even out that, get home field advantage back into their favor. But the public's on Montreal tonight. Haven't seen anything sharp on the side or the total, but I'm seeing plus money bets from the public, which is rare. They parlay it, but they're straight betting it, which is a little bit surprising this early in the day.
All right. Before we let you go and find out what you have up, we do have UFC. It's back. It's just brutal when it's over in Macau. It starts at like 4 a.m. So it's an odd card. I did my article write-ups yesterday. What a bizarro card. Anything you like or anything you're seeing right off the bat before we talk to you on Thursday?
No, I still got to dig into that card. I'll be straight with you. I
Okay.
don't want to waste your time, but I have the same situation with that, having those fights over there in Macau, especially when they now have to start catering to those audiences with the time. We have to watch them at 2 a.m. It kind of lacks that excitement and that action, I think, from a lot of bettors out here in the States. But I'm forced to start working on it tonight, obviously, because I have a weekly podcast I do tomorrow. And that was the plan. I just haven't really dug in deep.
Well, you're gonna give yourself some extra time, because there's fighters I've never heard of.
That's what I saw.
Yeah, I was like, who is that guy? Who's that? There's some bad fighters on this card. If you do tape research, there's some bad fighters on this card. So
A lot of debut fighters.
yeah, fighting each other. So good luck figuring that one out. So what do you have up for everyone on Monday?
All right. Only thing is for long-term guys. I have 2 4% that I sent out in baseball, but I haven't put a package together because the one goes off real early. We'll see if I get a couple more together, put up a package. But like I said, I love focusing on the ones that partnered with me for the year. Once I'm able to confirm a little UFC, that'll go up UFC package. If I could get any NBA or NHL, I do like I do every day. I'll put that package up as well. Also, real quickly, I'm going to send out futures. I want to send out a WNBA future, MLB future, and World Cup future, because the best teams as far as the odds makers have is the odds on favorite aren't the top power rated teams. So we have a little bit of value that we can take advantage of. WNBA, World Cup, MLB. We will talk about that. And when we cover maybe power ratings later in the week, got a new number one in baseball for you. But best of luck to everyone, and hopefully you do some damage. And to everyone in the service, has family members, anyone close, thank you for your service. We're all very, very grateful. And on a day like this, we should take 2 seconds to acknowledge it. God bless America.
Absolutely, Gianni. Thanks so much. Can't wait to catch up with you on Thursday. So let's have a big week here. Some of you, if you want to donate to somebody, I'd tell you I donate every year, and I pick Mission 22. That's the place I donate to. I've interacted with them and I know them. What I love about them is they're mostly volunteer based. They don't have like a CEO that makes millions of dollars. It's something like 80. It's like 80 to 85% of the money you donate goes to veterans. They do everything from service animals to they go in houses and, get ramps or just anything that vets need. They're there. So they have a pretty big presence here in Indiana. So I've seen them in action and they're pretty impressive. So that's a place that I would recommend if you're interested in something like that. So just a bummer of a day of racing yesterday, Dan. Every race was affected by rain.
This weather sucks.
It's really, really bad, man. Like, it's just like we lost bets because of the rain. Like, we lost our Formula One bet because of the rain. The NASCAR race, everybody that bets NASCAR took a bath or a shower on that race when they called it close. A complete no-name guy in a junk car didn't come in for a pit stop and stayed out hoping that it was going to rain, and it did, and it ruined everything. So it was a rainy, shitty weekend.
Dude, it was ridiculous. It's Memorial Day weekend. You figure it's like the start of the summer, and it was 50 degrees and raining across the entire country. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Just brutal, and especially auto racing, and I would argue golf, two of our niche, but two of our bigger bankroll builders are so weather reliant, and it just throws a wrench in what we do handicapping wise. We look at the weather, we look at the forecast, we look at the Doppler, but sometimes you just get burnt by it. And that was this weekend, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I have my weather all the time was up. So whatever. It's nice here. Yes.
Bounce back time, Andy. You know what I mean? Because we got on the clay, so to speak. We have a play we're pretty damn pumped about, and folks can grab it over at your page right now.
Yeah, it's a 5% TNS play. I didn't even realize I misspelled that. Sorry. I literally have looked at that graphic all morning and didn't realize tennis is misspelled. TNS play. Yeah, so it's a 5%. It's in the French Open, so it's early tomorrow morning when it starts. It's half price. Looks like we're going to split 1-1 today on our first couple plays. But yeah, I love this one. It's a doubles play. It's on all the domestics. If you don't have the domestics, just check your books and see if they offer doubles lines. That's the market that I specialize in. So it's half price. It comes with a few other plays. So had a couple upsets today in some of the singles. I didn't see any. They don't have any doubles plays today. So the doubles start tomorrow. So we're locked and loaded for those. And the majors are awesome because every doubles team plays. Like every doubles team is in action. So it's 5% play. It's up, and we got a lot today. We got a 4% NBA best bet. We got 3 MLB plays, and we're gonna give out some free plays here at the end. But let's bring in Bill and find out how his weekend was.
Yes, absolutely. We also got that lacrosse play. It's going to be up. National championship game is at 1. So check that out ASAP. But Bill Krackomberger is in the house. Bill, doesn't matter. Memorial Day. We don't take off, baby. We're here. We're rocking for the folks. How was your weekend? Hopefully not as wet as us on the East Coast here, brother. It's great to see you. How are you doing?
No, great weather here. And I actually went to I stopped by a cemetery. We have in California, a national cemetery, and give thanks to our vets. Thank God for them. That's all I can tell you. There's still some World War II vets out there, And I just seen a video on Twitter. I may retweet that one. 200-year-old vets that were chairmen of a parade today from World War II. And yeah, thank God for these guys. Thank God for the vets of all the wars. Thank God for our military today to give us the freedoms that we have. So this is a day of remembrance for them, and a day for the veterans. And I just wanted to say that first. Secondly, yes, we have some great Vegas weather here. It's been like 80 to 90 degrees. Yesterday was like 95. I went to the Vegas Golden Knight game last night, and I have a friend that comes in town. He's a big player, and they have a box there. So he invited me to go last night and tomorrow night. So I'd love to see a game 4 closeout. What a great job. What a great job they do over there. Fan friendly, kid friendly. Just a great feeling going to a Las Vegas Golden Knights game. Amazing that I never really got into hockey at all until Vegas was here. So the Vegas Golden Knight team was here. I went to a couple games down in Florida and stuff, but it's kind of like a lot of fair weather fans. Like they're spotty, not a lot of people. I've been to LA once and Florida for games, but nothing like the Vegas Golden Knights. And it's amazing. I just figured yesterday was going to be half Colorado fans, everyone flying in. Not the case at all. It had to be like 80% Vegas Golden Knight fans. Really, really surprised. And what a comeback. What a game. Down 3-0, about a 30-1 dog after 15 minutes in the first period there. About 30-1, Colorado was favorite. What a comeback. And the reason why you cannot lay some of these the pricing is out of control too. It's like minus 30-1, come back 10-1. Like just crazy to even bet into that kind of a market unless you have multiple outs and you can get yourself the best price on either side that you want. But I'm not into laying no big money on favorites like that. So it was a great job they did here. Great job by the Golden Knights. Hopefully they can close it out tomorrow at home. And just to let people know, I've been doing pretty well in hockey. I have some nice live dogs and nice dogs to be real blunt. I'm gonna have some more hockey plays up also. I have a play in both games. I just gave out to my assistant, told him 2 different plays, one in each of the games. So that's gonna be up on WagerTalk. And yeah, so I'm pretty tough on Vegas for a lot of things, but I really shouldn't be sometimes because we have all these things. We have great meals, great shows, great attractions. And you guys might have to help me with this. I'm driving past Allegiant yesterday, and you couldn't move over there. And I find out that there was a group there. It was a Korean K-pop group that sold out faster than any show ever sold out Allegiant.
No way.
Yeah, no, it was a kids group. A kids group? I don't know. I think it was a kids group. BTS.
It's like BTS. Yeah,
That's
BTS
That's
is
it.
going to be my guess. Yeah,
BTS was them. They had like 4 nights there. They sold out faster than Metallica did. And Metallica's like the #1 sellout, of all time.
That's
they sell
crazy
tickets. So yeah, so I can't believe that Andy and Dan didn't fly in for this, but it's all right. What are you gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah, we just got priced out. It was the bots that bought them all up, and Andy and I are big BTS guys. So it would have been nice for us to get out there, Bill. So you mentioned what's happening in the NHL. I think a lot of folks surprised, but with the injuries and really what happened, Vegas is in a very nice position here. I'm wondering what you're thinking about what's happening on the hardwood, because Andy and I are kind of the thought process that it's not that it's without drama. Don't get me wrong, but these NBA conference finals, they're really going how Andy and I expected, right? It was the Knicks need to take advantage and get out of this series as quickly as possible. And for them, they want the Western Conference, to just beat the shit out of each other. And that's what they're doing right now. So thoughts on what we've seen? Does this play perfectly into the Knicks' hand too? If they can get it done, this is kind of the path that it needs to happen. Thoughts on what we're seeing?
Yeah. I need the Knicks from a personal standpoint. A good mathematical bet I made here early in the season, back in July, even before the season started. But yes, I need the Knicks to win the East, and if they can win it all, it'd be great too. But I think it'll be a tough task getting by. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say getting by OKC. Anything can happen over there, I guess. So in the other division, but I said last week I thought the Thunder versus Spurs looked like a 7-game series. I think that is what we're going to get here too. So that will be fun for the fans, fun for me to get more props in there. Spurs really picked up their defense in last night's win, but the Thunder were shorthanded without Mitchell and Williams. So you have to look into that too. They really need this. They really need one or both of those guys back, I should say, to take the ball handling pressure away from SGA. The Knicks, like I said, they looked ready to sweep Cleveland. Looked really good in Game 3 again. Um, they since that first game, my God, the first game when they had the 22-point lead, 7 minutes and change, one of the best comebacks in basketball playoff history. We'll see if the New York can finish them off tonight. It's been really fun though. It's been some fun series. It's been some fun series here that we're seeing, and basketball fans are getting some a really good one with OKC there, and it would be a great finals no matter who plays the Knicks. I think it's going to be a better. I think it'll be a better series than people think. I'm listening to some of these people on TV and stuff, and they just what they have to say that Knicks aren't going to win it all, and probably don't have the talent and depth to win it all. But we'll see. I'll be rooting for them. Just being a New Yorker at heart, I guess I'll root for them. The Garden must be going crazy. I do have a prop for you guys if you'd like, if
Please.
anyone would like it.
We would love it. Let's get it, Bill.
Let's
They've been waiting with bated breath. Where's Bill's prop?
props.
Where's Bill's props?
Props
Let's
is
get to
where
it.
props is where it's at. So let's look here and make sure that you got the same line. Okay, Evan Mobley over all right, Evan Mobley over 11.5 rebounds, assists. Mobley has done a good job in this series finding the open man. But the Cavs just haven't hit him, haven't hit the open shots. I expect them to be real aggressive on the boards tonight in this elimination game. So Mobley over 11.5 rebounds and assists. There's a prop for you guys. Props have been doing great. What a great! I could not ask for a better run. When I came over to Wager Talk, and it was like The Godfather was. They kept on pressuring me and getting on top of me, and finally, they made me an offer I couldn't refuse. No, but they just kept on for 2 years making me, asking me to come over to Wager Talk. I couldn't ask for a better run than what has happened, especially the last few months here. I told everybody Super Bowl, told everyone March Madness, get women. I mean, thank you for people that have joined. You've seen the return on investment and the profit in your wallet. I like something Gianni said though. He said, if you're jumping in, jumping out, I see that sometimes. I haven't seen it lately, but I have seen that with people. People are very fickle. They want wins today. That's it. That's it. They grade you by how you did on your last pick, and that'll be it. Well, this is not for those people. My service is not for those people. Now, granted, I know I'm on an unbelievable, 3-month, 4-month roll, but my service is not for someone that comes in for 1 or 2 days and jumps out. This is long term. If you like money, this is what it's for. If you have an allergy to money, jump in, jump out, go to this cap or that cap or that cap. That's just the way it is. So this is long goals, long term. You're going to make money, and that's the way it is. I know it because every bookmaker I play with throws me out. So they don't throw me out because of my fantastic looks. They throw me out for one thing, using my brain. That's why they throw me out. They don't like, most books do not like winners. Matter of fact, I love Andy made me a thing last week, losersowling.com for Caesars. I need to get that from Andy. I told you, please email me that or text me that. I don't know how to make up those things. I'm not.
I
I'm not
DM'd you
smart
on
enough.
Twitter, but I'll
you
email
did?
it to you. I DM'd you on
Okay.
Twitter, but I'll email it to you.
Okay. I didn't see the DM. All right, wonderful. Yeah. So anyway, that's what this is for. This is about long-term goals.
Yeah.
It's about, listen, we got NBA props here. Got a couple hockey plays for you. We got right around the corner preseason football. Then we'll have proposition bets and NFL props, which absolutely destroy your man. I got thrown out of more sports books in the last 2 years for NFL props than anything else. You're playing props, we don't want your business. You're lowered out. I say thrown out. Lowered to $5 or $10. That's what they do. That's what the books do to you. Is lower you to something where you can't play. It's not worth playing. $5 or $10. But then what do? It's pretty simple. You open up an account with your brother-in-law's name, different last name. Thank you for the bonus. When that's done, you find another brother-in-law. You find a friend. You find a cousin. Just keep bearding back in and thanking them for the bonuses.
I love it. Bill Krackomberger. And Bill, as you mentioned, you love being here with WagerTalk. We obviously love having you every Monday here as well. One thing that always cracks me up, though, is how you've brought up, you've been like, man, some of the deals that they put out there, I'm like, there's no way that Bill was the one who okayed the deal. And you talk about long-term access. I don't know if you knew that this one was over at your page, WT.buzz/Krackman. They can get a year of action, comes out to $99 a month, and they're giving them a 25% bonus coupon. So a year of plays, $99 a month is what it comes out to, Bill. So if people want the long-term approach, this deal ain't going to be there forever. And I'm sure that's one that you say, what the hell, Johnny? I didn't agree to this when I came to WagerTalk.
To be real blunt, Dan, I touch a Bible. Do I have a Bible here? I touch a Bible that I touched Frank Sinatra. I did not.
That's as close as you'll get.
Yeah, I did not know we had that that deal. And I come from a site, my own site that I had in the App Store where it's $500 a month for my packages, and I sold a ton of them. I mean, so for $99 a month, does that? I hate to ask you guys live on air. So is that all inclusive? Is that for the props and everything together? Everything I put out?
Yep. So 365-day all access pass to your favorite handicapper, one-time payment, and that is everything you release: football, MLB, football, basketball, all sports. There you go, man. It's
yeah. I didn't know it was out there.
Hey, send the email to Johnny. I'm just the messenger, Bill. But brother, thanks for coming on here, taking time out of your holiday. As we all mentioned, remember those who
thanks, guys. God bless the United States. God bless the government. God bless the people that have fought for this country. And a happy holiday to you guys, and happy holiday to people out there. I'll talk to you guys later.
You too, Bill. WT.buzz/Krackman. He does have a MLB best bet up for today. He's on a 72.7 to be exact, Andy, percent run in MLB. WT.buzz/Krackman. He does not, however, have a tennis play. If you want that, you got to go over to WT.buzz/AL, my good friend.
Yeah. I got a couple notes here of some things we can go over while we're waiting for Steve to come up. The Thunder, chalk it up to a bad game last night. The bench has been one of their strong suits. The bench was awful. Like Jalen Williams was 1-7. Yeah, they were just really bad. We had a 4% play on Caruso. He got in foul trouble. He played 14 minutes. He took one shot. Pretty hard to go over your props. I did notice something though. Keep your eye on this. If Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell are out, those are two guys that can create their own. It's not necessarily creating their own shots. They can create their own opportunities and get other guys open. So take Caruso and Jalen Williams, for example. When they have Shea and another playmaker on the team, it gives them wide open shots. That did not happen last night. The guys for the Spurs guarding the role players of the Thunder were able to crowd and keep them from getting open shots. If Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell are out again, it just looked like a real problem. I'm not trying to overreact to one game because it was just a horrible shooting performance from them. And it happened on the road. But I'm going to be a little bit worried about OKC if Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell are out again. And I think they might be. Jalen Williams has had a hamstring injury for what feels like forever. And Mitchell's got a calf. That's terrifying. That's horrifying about a calf in the playoffs. When have we seen this go wrong?
Well, and Andy, it's not even like you're, being alarmist or anything like that. You're not saying, like the comment we got here from Rob Maddock saying, OKC looked like a sub 500 team last night. Yeah, the bench was really bad last night.
Oh,
but here's
they were
the thing
terrible. Oh.
is what you're mentioning here. You're saying OKC might have an issue here. has nothing to do with the fact that the bench just looked bad. Has nothing to do with the fact that the Spurs just looked like last night they were the more charged up team. You expected that to happen. This has more to do with, man, their playing style. If they have two guys who are shot originators, and now you don't have people who are creating their own shot, and that's who you're relying on, that puts more of the onus on SGA. That puts more of the onus on some of these other guys to make things happen, and that hadn't been their role thus far. So it systematically changes what they have to do mid-series. They have really good coaching. They have really good players. Is it going to be that big of an issue? Who knows? But I do think, Andy, it's definitely something that I'm glad you brought up, because it was worth mentioning that those injuries are bigger than just, oh, you're losing points on the floor. It's you're losing initiators, which is an issue when you have a team who likes playing off ball.
Yeah. We got to bring in Steven. Damn it, we did it again.
What do we do again? Oh, matchy. Let's go.
But it's not, though. It's WagerTalk and Nike. So, and I put
the top button. You're right.
And I did the top button so we look a little different. So where's this thing, Andy? Is yours on your left shoulder, the W?
Yes.
Mine's on my right shoulder. They did them different. Isn't that strange?
Really?
You got
That's
the better
bizarre.
one, bud.
Oh, so
yeah, I thought maybe you were
I thought,
reversing your camera or something. I didn't know. Yeah.
That's what I thought too. I thought we were looking in a mirror.
But I'll tell you what Andy Lang does not have, boys, and we're going to do it right now. It's a little crotch.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, you got the USA.
Look away. Look away.
So I wasn't too worried if we matched today. And I'll tell you what, Andy, I'm going to take them off right now, and I'm going to give them to you. They're yours.
Breakaway pants.
So the question is, what does he have on underneath them? It's got more.
More. He has more.
It's got more. It's the last layer. Only 2 layers.
On Memorial Day, you're coming on and doing your best Prez impression. We got
my Prez impression. Like the Prez owns USA shorts, that damn Canuck.
I just meant with the crotch shots. I didn't know, 41 minutes into the show, we were cashing crotch shot, but we'll take it. Steve,
I'll tell you right now, the crotch shot looks a lot better with 50 stars and 13 stripes and 50 stars than just one maple flag, one maple leaf.
Oh, man.
I love our neighbors to the north. And Canada, you're welcome for the U.S. being your neighbor to the south.
Yeah. Well, Steve, we got some MLB games we're going to be talking with you. But real quick, if you haven't found out, folks, you can like and subscribe. If you're subscribed here to the channel, you probably know Steve Merril breaks down every single NBA game here on the channel for free. So all you got to do is hit that subscribe button. We're so close to 250,000. Be that 250,000-ish.
It's once in life you want to be that guy. One of the few times in life you want to be that guy. I thought, hey, Dan, I thought about this real quick. I thought about this, Andy, that like we should do a promotion. They get like a free year if they're the 250,000. But I didn't even mention it because within 2 seconds, I was like, people are going to unsubscribe so they can resubscribe. And we're going to be down to 230,000 subscribers before we know it. So I was like, I did not even float that idea. Although I did think
I thought the exact same, Steve. I thought the exact same. So before we talk MLB, I know people can get your full thoughts, your full in-depth thoughts here on those games. Thoughts on what we saw over the weekend. Andy was mentioning some injuries starting to stack up for OKC. And over in the East, I mean, this is dream scenario for the Knicks. They are just coasting right along, potentially with the closeout sweep. So I guess thoughts what we saw, and the as we head on here into some Game 4 action. What do you think as we move forward through this week in the conference finals?
Yeah, I'll hit on both Saturday and Sundays. We of course do have the Monday Game 4 video for Knicks Cavs up tonight. I've got a free play on the side, team total player props. So deep dive. I'm giving you everything for free tonight in the NBA. I do have 3 baseball best bets for my clients. So go check out the Game 4 video. But real quick, I liked Cleveland in Game 3. I mentioned it in the video. Teams down 0-2 normally bounce back in Game 3 at home in what I thought would be somewhat of a competitive series. Don't forget the Cavs dominated most of Game 1 before that overtime loss. And I do think the overtime loss lingered because they got blown out in Game 2, never led in Game 3. So now they go from a 2.5-point favorite to a 2.5-point dog. Nothing surprises me in the NBA. And recently these Game 4s have been kind of a 50-50 proposition. When I started 30 years ago, they always got swept. Now it's not the case. But if you're Cleveland, like, why do you show up tonight? So we'll see what happens. I've got my thoughts on the side and total in the video. That series is over whether they win tonight or not. And by the way, teams that go back-to-back 7-game series have gone just 1-4 the following round. They're going to be 1-5 once the Cavs are eventually eliminated in this series. So that did make a difference. And New York's going to be really rested, but it's also going to be a huge step up in class, whoever they play against, either the Thunder or Spurs. So let's not kid ourselves. The Knicks are good, but they also got fortunate because the top 2 seeds got bumped. They beat the Hawks, the Raptors, and the Hawks, the Sixers, and the Cavs. And so it's a huge step up in class. And you guys are right about the injuries. You know, I liked San Antonio in Game 4. I gave it to everybody in the video. It was a strong client best bet last night as a 4% play at WagerTalk.com. And I liked it even better when I saw the extend. Scott Foster was going to be the head official. I mean, what a joke. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. And then I also liked it, guys, when I saw A.J. Mitchell was downgraded to doubtful for the game because I didn't think Jalen Williams would be back. And keep in mind, A.J. Mitchell, we don't talk a lot about him, but he's been a big-time scorer when Williams is not there. And I also thought the Spurs struggled having De'Aaron Fox back in the lineup in Game 3. That was not a good thing. He would play better, I thought, in Game 4. Harper still chugging along. They're both listed as available to play tomorrow in Game 5. Mitchell's questionable. Jalen Williams is questionable. So what looks like a good bounce-back spot for the Thunder is definitely has some injury concerns. And by the way, Dan and I are going to knock that video out today, and it'll be up later this evening for Game 5 tomorrow, Thunder Spurs. So make sure you click subscribe and you click the bell here on Wager Talk TV for an instant alert.
Big facts there, Steve. All right, Steve, let's talk these MLB games that you have. It's interesting.
Hold on. Dan.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Two can play the red, white, and blue game.
Oh, wow.
Steve.
I didn't even
Here we go.
notice.
Damn it. I love it. I didn't even notice you had a different shirt.
Me neither. That was expertly done.
I didn't realize he put the Belgium-German flag sweatshirt on. I didn't even notice that.
It was well done.
It's a little hot.
It's a little hot. Done. Classy.
It's funny,
It's
Andy.
hoodie,
I wanted to wear the Wager Talk hoodie, but it's just too warm today. So that's why. Because not only did I know you'd probably be wearing this, but like I said, it's like you don't even see my logo. I don't know why they gave it to me on the right.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
And the sleeve is
Conspiracy.
fantastic, actually. This is what we need on it. The sleeve is great. I've been trying to figure out a way to work that into the videos. Anyway.
Yeah, this is conspiracy. Comment below. Why did they give Steve a backwards shirt?
Kelly, it was Kelly Stewart. Don't get Kelly upset. Come on now. You're going to get me in trouble.
I'm going to the top about this one, Steve. I can tell you that much. All right, let's talk these two games. I'll step aside and you can break down both of them here. We can throw it up as a double for the folks here. We got Phillies and Padres. Both of these teams, I was joking with someone in the chat here. Hey, the Phillies really just need a road trip, get away, clear their mind. The bats have gone back to how they looked before they fired their manager. And then the other game that you have here, so that's two offenses who are looking for some explosion. And then you got the Astros and the Rangers in Game 2. And if you look at the starting pitching in this one, that 8 feels low. So, Steve, Phillies and the Padres, and we got the Astros and the Rangers. I turn it over to you, my friend.
I love how the Liberty Bell City's own Dan Alexander steps away when he throws the Phillies to me. He doesn't want no follow-up. 1-4, their last 5, as he kind of alluded to. And, hey, guys, I talk about it every week. It seems like whenever I'm doing these Monday breakdowns, we always have like a red-hot team or an ice-cold team because we always do 2 games, 4 teams. And everyone talks about starting pitching. And, yes, starting pitching is important, but it's only like half the game nowadays because guys barely go 5 or 6 innings. The odds makers still heavily set the lines based on starting pitching. But what do I always say? Offensive momentum, both good and bad, is the one more consistent factor with baseball. And normally when teams are struggling, it's because of the offense. And the Phillies, despite being 1-4 their last 5, have given up 4 runs or less in 4 of those 5 games. They've given up 3 runs or less in their last 3 games, and they've gone just 1-2. The problem is they've scored 3 runs or less in 4 of the 5. They've scored 1 run or less in 3 of their last 4 losses. It's offensive momentum. So the question becomes, does this quick turnaround early evening start after being at home against Cincinnati and Cleveland change anything? Perhaps. Maybe it gets them going the next couple days. But I would trust San Diego more in this spot. They're not exactly in good offensive momentum either. They've scored 2 runs or less in 3 of their last 4 games. So, yeah, what am I doing? I'm talking myself into an underplay as I speak here, under 7 even money. I am seeing FanDuel with a 7.5 under 24. 7 is a very key number. We talk about that a lot. Odd numbers are more important in baseball because of extra innings. If the game is 3-3, it has to get to 7. If it's 4-4, it has to get to 9. So it's more likely to land on 7 to 9s than 8s or 10s, for example. So 7 is a key number. 7 over 20 or under 7.5 with some juice would be my preferred way to play it. So you might want to wait until near first pitch, 6:40 Eastern tonight, and try to find that 7.5 for the under. Luzardo and Vasquez, both, by the way, are pitching okay. Luzardo, mediocre, 4.2 ERA his last 7 starts. Meanwhile, Vasquez actually having a nice season, 2.96 ERA overall. But the bigger thing for me is both offenses are struggling. I take a look at Phillies, Padres under, especially 7.5 if you can find it at 6:40 Eastern in the National League. All right, we'll turn over to the American League here for this other game. It's 7:05 Eastern tonight. And this total is set only around 8 to the under, actually. And the Rockies, the Rangers, the other R team, the Rangers are a slight favorite right now, about $1.15 or so much. And we're going to rock with Rocker. Well, we'll see. Rocker's got a 3.6 ERA on the season. He made it terrible for the Astros, and that's what Dan was alluding to earlier. 8.3 ERA this season in his 5 outings he's made as a starter. Very consistent as he doesn't go the distance. So the Astro bullpen is going to do some heavy lifting in this game. Therefore, if you're looking to play Texas, you're probably better off on the first 5 line instead of the full game. We're talking Texas, maybe dies $1.15, $1.20 full game. First 5 line is -120, -125. So you see that the odds makers here again are pricing in the starting pitching edge for the Rangers in this one, and I don't disagree. So if you're looking Texas, I would look at them in the first 5. The problem with Texas, though, is they're not in good current form. 3 straight losses, 3 runs total on Saturday and Sunday. Meanwhile, the Astros enter here off a 3-game sweep at Chicago, putting up 15 runs. I think they come back down to earth here in the quick travel situation. Rangers also returning home off a 9-game road trip. But as Jeff Michaels, the son of Ralph, pointed out a couple years ago, one of my favorite baseball angles is fading teams off extended road trips when they have a day of rest. Think about that. Now that they come home with no rest and they play a quick turnaround home game, it's basically like it's another city, no rest situation. So the letdown happens more for teams when they get home and they have a day off to have to start dealing with the family issues, going to the grocery store. This is basically the 4th city in a row, even though it's their home park for Texas. So I'm a little less concerned about the fatigue or the travel home. I'd look Rangers in this one, specifically first 5 inning, as they have a big pitching edge in this one, -$1.25. That's at 7 Eastern tonight. And as I mentioned earlier, no NBA tonight. I gave that to you free in my Game 4 video live right here on WagerTalk TV. Check that out after you watch this. But more importantly, I do have 3 baseball best bets tonight. It's none of those. It's not neither one of those games. It's 3 other games today on Monday, plus a bonus free play in your late West Coast game between the Rockies and Dodgers. So 3 baseball best bets plus a bonus free play in the Rockies-Dodgers for Monday night. It's a Memorial Day triple play and then some at WagerTalk.com. Steve Merril, and get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM.
All right, Steve, I made something for you.
What you got? The extender. No. I couldn't remember any of the words. I just had the rhythm in my head. Informer. The extender.
You just know the licky boom boom down is all you need to know.
Licky boom boom down. There we go, Dan. I knew you'd help me out. I knew you knew it. Yeah.
The extender. Why is he Doctor Strange?
I told AI to make him an evil wizard, and it gave him 3 arms. Look, he's got 3 arms.
That's pretty good, though. But he's extended. No, it makes perfect sense. You extend with your arm, and he's got extra arms because he does extra games.
I think it's pretty good.
I think that makes perfect sense, Andy. And it cracks me up because I was flipping around last night. It was such a blowout. I come back, and right as I turn the channel back on, he was reviewing a foul or something. And right as I turn the TV on, I get a big Scott Foster over the microphone. I thought he was going to slip up and be Spurs get every call as told by NBA gods. Game 5, Game 6. I mean, you just can't. I mean, I'm not. Look, I joke more than I'm serious about the conspiracy stuff with the NBA. But as we've talked about, dead serious, the officials do get kind of reviews from game to game, like what to look for, what to crack down on. So there is a little bit of a human element pushing it. And if this next series ends up tonight, you knew they wanted at least a 6th, if not a 7th game in the West. So we'll see what happens. But they're the 2 best teams in the NBA. But as you said, Andy, they're banged up though, both of them. And Knicks will be rested. Whether it's tonight or Wednesday, they will be rested. I mean, tomorrow or Thursday.
I'm staring at that Knicks to win the championship. It's
really
setting up for it.
Tempting.
Here's the thing. Harper we got to remember Harper's young and in his prime.
He's played twice as many games that he had in like 3 years combined before this. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but he also heals up quick, and Fox is looking better. So there's a chance the Spurs, if they come out of the series, might be healthier. But the Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell's kind of terrifying because those are injuries that are
it's the same person, right? You're losing that person now, basically, whether one's in or not. If they're not both, if one of them can't play for the other, you're down a spot. Although, Andy, I will say, I will counter this that the Thunder are incredibly deep, and what McCain did in Game 3 also was shocking. I mean, he had more shot attempts than SGA. Not only did he score, but he took more shot attempts than anybody on the court.
Yes.
So and I just can't, like the smell test, right? Can we really see a team going from not in the playoffs to winning the whole thing? It's just so unheard of for an NBA team to do that as well. But they're the second best team in the league, maybe the best team. They've outplayed the Thunder this year overall. So it's hard to say that they're not maybe the best team.
I'm not trying to overreact, but this is like Jalen Williams is starting to become the guy that's always hurt.
He set out, 6 games, plays 1.5, and he hurts the same hamstring. And as you know, Andy, you're a soccer guy. Hamstrings don't heal. They just don't. I've had one that lingered from a softball injury for like 20 years. They just don't heal. Especially at that level.
I got Jalen Williams and Caitlin Clark as the why are they not getting like enough grief for they're always hurt. Caitlin Clark is just always going to be hurt now. She's like plays every other game. So, but I digress. Whatever.
Andy, I ask you real quick on the way out. Let me ask you real quick as a prop guy, if both Mitchell and Williams are out like for extended games, do you see? I guess it depends on the matchup. Like I've been anti-Holmgren this entire series because he just can't score down low against Wemby and whatnot. But maybe McCain. I guess maybe I answered my own question. I don't know who else steps into that role as like the shooting guard.
If they had a prop on shot attempts, it's McCain over. That guy jacks up everything.
Yeah, it's just a matter if he hits them right.
Touches the ball, it's going up. Listen. Here's one thing: Chet getting shit because he can't score against Wemby.
Oh yeah, I'm not giving him shit. It's just a reality, right?
Come on,
getting dunked on by Castle was bad. It wasn't he the one that got posterized.
Yeah, but I'm glad he at least went up to try and defend it. Like at least go for it. At least go for the defense. Prop wise, I don't know. I if those guys continue to be out, that offense is terrifying. They looked anemic. So I don't know. I'd have to dig deep into it, but it looked terrible. So, all right, what do you have up for everyone, Steve?
Yeah, we got 3 baseball plays and a bonus free play. So go check it out, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. You can get there quicker, wt.buzz/SM. And then, Dan, if you're available, we'll knock out the Game 5 Spurs Thunder. We'll talk more about this game. And yeah, Andy, it's tough for me doing it the day ahead, right? Because we don't know who's playing. It looks like a natural bounce back spot for the Thunder. Best team in the NBA the last 2 years off an embarrassing loss. Like, sign me up. But now I don't feel good about it, though. So we'll see. But I'll have a deep dive here in a few minutes for that video. It'll be up later tonight. So click subscribe, click the bell for an instant alert.
Awesome stuff.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Dan, have you been following the guy, what he's doing at BetMGM, where he's bidding?
What happened?
So he's picking a side on an NBA game, and he's betting a bunch of the alt totals. So if he likes, if he liked the Knicks, he just bet and he's betting like $100,000, $50,000, $50,000, 40. Yeah, he's up like 1.2 million in the playoffs. Like he's crushed. I just don't know how you get that much down.
Yeah, that's where it starts feeling like, because especially not to besmirch any operators. That's an operator that is going to give you a hook pretty quickly. So feels like dude, I beat him in lacrosse and I can bet $1.50 on lacrosse games now. I beat him in basketball and I can bet $1.79. So I'm not buying that BetMGM is letting him ladder like crazy. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, if you really want to get shut down, bet a prop the day before the game and beat the line. Woo-hoo, that's a great recipe. That's a guaranteed you're getting limited. So
for using your brain, Andy.
Using your brain, yes. All right, let's do some free plays and enjoy Memorial Day. Sean, if you're still hanging out, I'm guessing you're going to really like this first play. Dan. Oh, by the way, do we have we'll do the 3-day pass tomorrow.
Yeah,
but,
we'll tell the winner right here at the end. Yeah.
Well, we can do it tomorrow. I don't know how many people are watching on a holiday.
Good point.
But
we do have a winner, and it will be added to your page now. We'll let you know who it was yesterday. I mean tomorrow. Yes.
Let's just say your boy just keeps. I mean, maybe I'm the sharp, Dan.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I won again, and this Rays team is just they keep rolling. McClanahan coming off a bad outing last game, gave up 6 hits and 4 earned runs. I don't want to say he was due, but he was due. Previous 4 starts, 21.2 innings, no earned runs. I expect to bounce back from him. But here's the thing, and the guys on total bases touched on this. I think it was Brian and Adam talked about this. Yesterday, the Orioles played a doubleheader, and now they have the early game. Like this starts like a half hour. And we saw fatigue in the second game, 3 hits and 1 run. This is a brutal spot for the for the batters of the Orioles. Brad is pitching for Baltimore. Has been decent, but he gave up 2 earned runs to the Rays the last start. I think the Rays 3 or 4 runs probably is enough to beat this tired Baltimore. It's just a bad spot for Baltimore today. And then we'll go to WNBA Valkyries in the Sun. Veronica Burton over 1.5 made threes. Plus money. Not sure why. She's gone over in 4 out of 5 this season. She's getting 5.2 attempts, and they're playing the horrible Connecticut Sun, who's won 1 game. They're 10th out of the league in 3-point percentage of defense. So Veronica Burton, curious price at plus money. This is one of those like, are they getting me with this, Dan? Am I getting got? Because I'm like, oh, plus money, and they're like, yeah, there's a reason why it's plus money. But whatever. That's I'm riding with Veronica tonight. So,
I like
all right.
it.
Great show. Thanks, everyone. I hope you have a great Memorial Day. Hit the like button. Leave us a comment below, and we'll see everyone tomorrow. We'll get you ready for a big Tuesday slate. Let's have a good Monday. We got to get started off to a hot start. New week, new profits, and we'll see everyone tomorrow, same time, same place. Dan's already got the national championship lacrosse on. Good luck, guys. We'll see everyone tomorrow.